All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. For some reason, there's some technical issues with YouTube, so I was just kind of squaring that away. Um, Let me just make sure everything is working correctly and we'll get started. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Uh, let's see here. All right. Mic check on YouTube. So it seems like we're good. All right. Mic check on YouTube. I'm going to check Facebook real quick. All right, mic check on YouTube. Okay, so we're good on Facebook as well. I'm gonna just share it on the group, Financial Maximization Group. Okay, so we're good on Facebook as well. I'm gonna just share it on All right, last but not least, the Instagram. All right, last but not least, the Instagram. Okay, so we're all set there and we'll get started. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ridwanullah family. Welcome to a new episode of the Mohamud Show. I'm your host and financial coach, Hussein Mohamud, working to help you completely maximize your finances in this dunya and in the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Verily, all praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, owner and sustainer, the one who's worthy of all worship without any associates or intermediaries. And may the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon the most esteemed leader and most honorable teacher, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his family, his companions, and those who follow him until the day of judgment. Allahumma ameen. And inshallah, in today's episode, you can hit me up with any of your financial maximization questions at 801-471-6491. Any of your financial maximization questions, you can hit me up. 801-471-6491. You can hit me up through call, text, or comments in the description below. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Once again, the direct number is 801-471-6491. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I guess in the meantime and in between time, we're going to be talking about certain topics. And on the Ridwanullah show, which is the first show that I normally do, and then in addition to that, I do the Mohamud show. And on the first show, we were talking about the purpose of Ramadan, right? And there's a lot of valuable information that I shared there. So you might want to catch up with that after the show, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And one of the things that I was thinking about related to money, right? So in this show, we're generally, unless we're flip flopping it, we're going to be talking about money, right? How do you understand money? How do you grow money? How do everything related to money in a halal way by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So our objective here is to help Muslims get and keep their money to at least sufficient level, not only in this dunya, but more importantly in the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So with that in mind, I was thinking, what is the purpose of money? Like, why do we need and want money? Why do we have money? Why do we, regularly work for money? And for those who are privileged enough to have enough money work for them sufficiently, why do we put money to work for us, right? And so many other things related to money. And I thought about it. I'm like, what is the purpose of money? Right. Obviously, just like the other one, there's not really an ayah from what I know, unless somebody could tell me an ayah or hadith mentioning the purpose of money. I would greatly appreciate it, and I know it's out there. It's just that I don't have it in hand right now. So I'm just going to be talking about what I find online and what I believe it to be for the most part. Um, for me, I think money it has many um, many purposes, right? But the main one here. Let me see. So for me, I'm curious to know what is the purpose of money for you, right? And I want you to define it without doing any research. What comes from your heart and mind, right? And for me, honestly, before and I did look at the purpose of money in general, but what you call it, um, Um, so I did look at the purpose of money in general and the purpose of money in Islam. I was just searching that. Um, but before I give you those two definitions, which will hopefully expand that understanding of the purpose of money, to me, the purpose of money is of, I would say, two or three folds. Let's say three folds. For me, it is to take care of our at least sufficient needs and wants, at least, right? That's one of the purpose of money for me. And secondly, it is to reach my and our potential. So if I'm using money, first of all, to reach my potential, and last but not least, to me, the purpose of money is to use it to improve my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in other words, to gain closeness to and achieve the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with money, right? So those are the three purposes of money for me in my personal life. So I want to know, what is it for you? What is the purpose of money in your life, right? So for me, like I said, is to at least sufficiently take care of our needs and wants, to reach my fullest potential, and to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So money has those three main purposes for me. And I will tell you generally, from a sacred perspective, what is the purpose of money? And then from a secular perspective, what is the purpose of money? So let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. I'm trying to figure it out and get it together. Um, and this is just a general search, so nothing specific. Um, Let me see. What is the purpose of money in Islam? Money in Islam performs a social role and should be invested to promote socio-economic justice for the benefit of the community as a whole. Historically, and according to the Sunnah, Islam has only recognized commodities of intrinsic value as money. Recognized commodities of intrinsic value as money. I'm not fully comprehending what that means. You do better than I can, but in summary, it is to well-being of the ummah and others, right? So that's kind of the Islamic purpose of money. And if you really look at the history of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Sahaba, the Tabi'een, the Atba Tabi'een, the scholars, the righteous people, that's what they usually use their money for, right? Some of them giving all of their wealth in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and some of them giving half, and others giving a portion of their wealth in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that makes a lot of sense. That sentence right there: money in Islam performs a social role and should be invested to promote socioeconomic justice for the benefit of the community as a whole. So, I think that's a really, really good definition. I didn't really think about it that much before this episode. So I'm learning along with you guys as well. But that's the purpose of money sacredly, right? Now, secularly, the purpose of money is a little bit different. And it's more of a generic purpose of money, but nonetheless, it is something that expands our minds. So I could see, sacred definition of the purpose of money, secular definition of the purpose of money, and my personal definition of the purpose of money, or why do I go after money and what I mean, make use of money. And the secular purpose of money, and this is just a general search. It says, what is the purpose of money? To summarize, money has taken many forms through the ages, but money consistently has three functions. Number one, store of value. Number two, unit of account. And number three, medium of exchange. So, those are the three purposes of money, and that's sort of a secular generic answer, but nonetheless, it is valuable to understand that it is a store of value, right? Something that you could put aside, that you've worked long and hard for, and hopefully we can all get to a point where the money's working hard for us. But at the end of the day, this is the value that we are exchanging in our daily lives, right? Everything that we need and want in our life is really based on money, right? So understanding that it is a store of value, a unit of measure, whether it's accounting and financing, really, really allows us to, put things to practice by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those are the general definitions of money. I'm curious to see, or the purpose of money, I should say, and I'm curious to see, what do you think is the purpose of money, sacredly, secularly, or at the very least personally, right? So for me personally, money, as I've mentioned before, is to make sure that we're taking care of our needs and wants, right? And not only my immediate family, but extended if possible. Secondly, it is to reach our fullest potential. And I take my fullest potential very, very seriously, even more so in the past few years than before, simply because I'm seeing, time is short. Like people, we're losing loved ones. Loved ones around me are losing loved ones. And one of my close friend recently, his sister passed away. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on her and grant her Jannatul Firdaus and sabr and iman to the family. And it reminds me every single time, there's not enough time in life. So you got to make sure you squeeze every ounce of life out of life by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and live it up to the fullest within the boundaries, rules, and regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's a constant work. You really have to always make sure that you're constantly improving. And if you stop and slow down for too long, I don't want to say you can't do that, but if you do that for too long and you're smelling the roses a little bit too much, now you're going to be put back into the blender. Right now, you're going to have to grind again and work again and things of that nature. So, keep your foot on the pedal. Rest is necessary, but just keep at it. Keep elevating your life and money by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, I'm pretty sure there's other purposes for money and regarding money. But that's one of the things that I really wanted to talk about, since we were talking about the purpose of Ramadan on the Ridwanullah show. And then on the Mohamud show, I wanted to talk about the purpose of money, right? Money is a topic that impacts every aspect of our lives, right? Breaks and makes relationships, right? Whether it's obviously technically not with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger or yourself, but I guess somehow, some way that could be an issue. Um, but it certainly either makes or breaks your relationship with family and friends, customers and team, ummah and others, right? And it's one of those things where you man, um, it's a topic that needs a lot of work. You know what I mean? Um, it feels like I've been studying money and thinking about money for about 10 years now, and not at a place where I feel like I fully understand it, or feel like I'm optimizing my money the way that I need to. But one thing I know for sure is that I'm doing the best that I can with it and trying to understand and accumulate as much halal as possible in a halal way. And as of right now, that's more than I can ask of myself, right? um, and certain things that mean the most really takes time to set up. So I'm trying to be patient in setting up these businesses, these investments and other investments and things of that nature, and personal finance when it comes to money. And those are really the four pillars of money, right? It's personal finance. Overall there's two pillars of money, right? uh, Personal finance and professional finance. On the personal finance level, you're really taking care of three things, three aspects, actually, four aspects. And on the professional finances, you're taking care of, I believe, four aspects as well. So on the personal aspects, you're taking care of your health and fitness, you're taking care of your neatness and abundance, you're taking care of your adventure and fun, and you're taking care of your love and support. And on the professional side, you're taking care of I'm completely losing my train of thought. And I think this is more on the personal and professional side. But on the professional side, you're taking care of your businesses and jobs, right? You're taking care of your real estate investments, you're taking care of your stock investments, and then last but not least, you're taking care of your other investments like the collectibles, uh, cryptocurrency or any of these other things, as long as they are halal. Those are the other investments that we would normally be taking care of by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Um, Seems like Maya on Facebook is saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakillahu khair for joining the Mohamud Show. You guys can hit me up directly with any financial maximization questions. 801 You can call, text, or comment in the description below, and we'll try to connect and do the best that we can. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. But money is a crazy topic. I'll be honest with you guys. I remember a couple of Ramadans ago, somebody was getting mad at me, right? We barely know each other. We actually just met online. I met him after and things of that nature, but he was mad at me for posting about money during the month of Ramadan. So if you want to get mad about, you want to get mad at somebody about posting money or talking about money, then I'm your guy during this month of Ramadan, because I will be talking about money and things of that nature. But if you want to benefit in terms of financial literacy and things of that nature, I'm your guy as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So you guys can hit me up and we could chop it up, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. But 801-471-6491. Unless I'm pressed for time for Salah, I would normally go for at least 30 minutes for the shows on Tuesdays and Fridays on the live Q&A call-in show. I haven't been getting any calls, and I've just been, talking myself, talking about certain topics and things of that nature, which is cool. But for me, it's cooler to, fulfill the purpose of the show, which is to help answer your questions. And I know I have a little bit of a credibility to build with y'all, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we'll try to do the best that we can with it. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. But that's what I think the purpose of money is. So now, I'm trying to make sure that I understand the purpose of money and why we're working for money, right? Every single, the average human being is spending around 50 hours working for money directly, and probably another 50 hours stressing about money, right? Unless you were able to get it right and tight, um, within the roughly 50 hours a week that majority of us work, right? Then you can go about enjoying the rest of the hours, or better yet, you set up your money in a way that your money's working for you, and you don't even have to spend around 50 hours a week working for your money, right? So um, it's an important topic, needless to say. It impacts you personally, it impacts you professionally. One of the statistics that a lot of the financial people really talk about is money is one of the leading causes for divorce, unfortunately, right? And that's why it's really, really important to marry a woman that has taqwa, and to marry somebody that is God conscious. And not to say that they're going to be lax in their standards for money, but they're going to be more accepting and more supportive, and not leave you high and dry when you're broke, right? Some of the best women are the ones that can make you feel the richest when you're dead broke. Until you have that, you don't have a true spouse, for the most part. So and there's other things to it, but we're talking about it from the financial aspect, obviously. There's a lot more to it, other than that, but it's an important thing to really, really think about, and make sure that you um, you know make great use of money, and understand why you're getting money. You know what I mean? And how you're getting money, and what kind of money you're getting. As long as it's halal, and as long as you're getting it in a halal way, that's all that matters, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Looks like Maya is saying true, uh, possibly agreeing with something that I said. Jazakillahu khair. Um, and tomorrow, inshallah, I will be giving my first online talk to the Kiswahili Youth Halaqa, and that's through Zoom, 12:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The organization that invited me is based out of Maryland, East Coast. I actually used to live in Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, for about 2 years uh, when I was a kid. So, um, you know, I wish I was out there giving the talk so I could explore the city and talk to the people again. But this is virtual, and it's more than enough for me. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And this is a free event directed at the youth, but anybody who wants to benefit can join. We're going to be talking about getting ready for Ramadan. That's the topic that they've assigned to me. And I've been doing a lot of research, and this is one of the books that I was reading, Youth's Problems, in light of the Quran and the Sunnah, not fully reading it, but skimming it. And this is by one of the great scholars that relatively recently passed away. It's Sheikh Muhammad Salih al-Uthaymeen, rahimahullah. So I'm really excited about that. And anybody else who has any other speaking engagement opportunities for me, hit me up, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Hopefully we can confirm and book some things, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Man, you know, it, Man, what else can I talk about in terms of money and the purpose of money? Um, maybe the thing that's coming to my mind right now is like, a lot of people tend to waste their money because they don't have like a legit purpose for their money, right? Blowing it on the weekends, weekdays, weeknights, morning, day, and night. So, as Muslims, we are not allowed to waste money, right? And some of us are a little bit more frugal, some of us are extravagant. But, at the end of the day, as long as you're using it within the boundaries, rules, and regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's all that matters. And I remember one of the sheikhs that one of our local Imam Habib, uh, Imam Habib invited from Michigan. He was teaching us about zakah and how to calculate zakah and things like that. And one of the things that you realize is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has proportioned money in the best way possible. Ali is saying, let me live, bro. Hey, as long as you're living within the realm, the boundaries, rules, and regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, live it up. Matter of fact, invite me to the party. You know what I mean? The halal party, that is. We got some things happening in the background, not me. But it's hey, you can live it up. I'm not holding you back, bro. Just invite me. That's all I'm saying. As long as it's halal and doing it in a halal way, we're good. We're Gucci, man. Not me. Oh man, my down south slang is coming out. I used to live around in Nashville, Tennessee, and around it for about 4 or 5 years. So that's where I picked up my down south lingo. You heard? But inshallah, live it up, bro. And let me just tag along for a little bit. Not like the type of live it up that we done did. You heard? But Maya is saying sounds good. Jazakillahu khair. I don't know if am I pronouncing your name right. Is it Maya or Mia or something along those lines? The only way I know how to pronounce MYA is Maya. I won't. I won't. I did. I was not even supposed to mention it, bro. It just kind of slipped out of my. Slipped out a little bit. So it's all gravy. So it's Maya. Jazakillahu khair. Man, nah, son. That's what I was telling you last time. That's what I was thinking about. Exactly that, bro. Wow. No, 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 no. Ali. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Oh, baby. You're talking about something completely different. What it? Woo! I'm gonna act like I ain't never seen that right there. Oh man, I'm sweating right now, bro. You better cut it out. You better cut it out. Oh man. Good Lord. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Maya is saying you're pronouncing it good, so I'll stick with Maya. So I think that's what it is. Jazakallahu khair. Um, he's time traveling, so I'm gonna let him surf for a little bit. I ain't gonna get caught up in that mess. I'm gonna let you time surf for a little bit. Oh my lord, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm flustered. Is that what the right word is? Man, you are. I ain't blushing. I'm telling you, man. I'm flabbergasted. That's the right word. Let me see what flabbergasted means, so I can tell you that's how I'm feeling. Flabbergasted. You heard? Flabbergasted means greatly surprised or astonished. That's what I am, not blushing, bro. Get it right. Oh my god. I'm having flashbacks, bro. I don't even want to recall them right now. Oh my god. Subhanallah. We got Ramadan coming up, bro. Focus. 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 Oh my god. Ali, Ali. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Wagwan, bro. Wagwan. Oh my god. This took a left turn. I'm gonna need to clock out of here. Oh man. Sheesh. Okay, so I hope you're getting your money right and you're trying to improve in that capacity. It's a constant and never ending battle when it comes to money, but we'll try to make the most out of it. You know, when it comes to life, personally and professionally, there are certain things that we make sure that we're keeping up to date with, both personally and professionally. And when it comes to finances, there's things that we have to keep up to date personally and professionally as well. And as I was saying with finances, um, there's four things that we have to take care of on the life aspect, and then four things that we have to take care of on the financial aspect. So on the life aspect, you have to take care of your health and fitness, neatness and abundance, adventure and fun, and love and support. And on the financial aspect of things, which is the show is really for, and what I wanted to talk about is you take care of your personal finance, you take care of your businesses and jobs, and then you take care of your real estate investments, and you take care of your real estate and stock investments, and then you take care of all other investments that you can take care of by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, in essence, when it comes to life, there's four things that you take care of. And when it comes to finances, there are those um, four things that you take care of, generally speaking. Um, but I think that's all I got for you guys today. Maghrib is coming up soon here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Um, I'm gonna try to delete all that stuff, the last few comments from my head, Ali. But I appreciate you, Maya, for joining us on the show as well. And hopefully we'll get to hang out again, inshallah. You guys can ask me any questions financially or in life on the Ridwanullah show. So you guys, I would love it and appreciate it if you guys subscribe and follow us across the platforms. As of right now, we're on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, TikTok. Um, what do you call it? Twitter. So I appreciate it if you guys could, subscribe and follow bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Um, let's see. Maya is saying I kind of sound like Guyanese just now. I'm not really sure what Guyanese sounds like, so I probably need to get like a clip or something to see what they sound like. Always, inshallah. Jazakallahu khair. Ali is saying I didn't create content. I'm just following you, bro. Jazakallahu khair. Man, it would be good for you to start, but I can understand that you don't have that much time. Uh, if you've ever find any time, hopefully you can start creating. I could interview on the show like I've been telling you for years, man. Hopefully you'll take me up on that. Otherwise, I'm calling you out publicly if you're not noticing. But hopefully everything is good. I'm about to check out, inshallah. Keep in mind the purpose of money in a sacred way, the purpose of money in a secular way, and the purpose of money personally, and make the most out of it by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm gonna check out, inshallah. I really appreciate you guys joining me and spending time with me. It just feels like a good hangout time, man. It feels good, Allah. Jazakallahu khair, man. Ali saying I'm not there yet, bro. You're gonna get there tomorrow, inshallah. Cut it out, bro. Uh, oh, when I said what, Guan? Okay. I thought that was more of a Jamaican thing, but maybe they're so close in the Caribbean that it sounds reasonable. I love the New Orleans accent. I love the Jamaican accent. Those are like my top two right now. Everything else is fighting for other things. So okay, Jazakumullahu khair, Ridwanullah family, for tuning in to a new episode of the Mohamud Show. I'm your host and financial coach, Hussein Mohamud, working to help you completely maximize your finances in this dunya and in the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.